Grand Creators has been a huge home run here. We're going to be talking about the overall impact that the set has had on the market. Like the 33.8% of you guys have not smashed the crap out of the subscribe button. Smash it so we can get further beyond 100k. We're literally about to roll over to 101,000 here. So that's absolutely awesome. So Grand Creators officially launched a week ago. We're going to be looking at the top impactful selling cards on this set here. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at a set like this, you know, you always want to, you think you're going to see top high-end rarity things, but that is not always the case here. All right, Battles of Chaos is literally going to be next week. So you've got some pretty big back-to-back shifts here. So number 10 on this list here is actually Exosister Veladas. Now, keep in mind that Exosisters, from what I've seen on the primary side of things here, have been my most asked for collector's rares out of anything over, I mean, as popular as, honestly, the Brave stuff. And that really tells me something that, even though the Exosister theme doesn't seem that grand on paper, a lot of players are excited to see this. And Veladas is really no exception to that. So, starting off here, Veladas gives you a really interesting application. The problem is it's a trap card, which at the end of the day, you're kind of like, do I really want to do this? But it is pretty much a mainstay. And honestly, it's mandatory for the deck to play these. So that is definitely one thing. I mean, they're 14 cents, ladies and gentlemen. You have to remember, a lot of these cores from this set, besides Brave, are very, very cheap, all right? Inzectors, you know, man, I can't even think, besides like Brave, it would go Exosisters, I think, for core, right? And then Punk. And then you probably, yeah, that sounds about right, actually, in terms of value. All right, next up here was Exosister Oso Fiel here. All four of the current Exosister monsters are worth playing, which is very true. I mean, the toolbox didn't really discriminate around what you would kind of build in around it. And the other thing is it does have a solid 2,100 attack points here. All things considered, though, the 10 and 9 here, both being dedicated to Exosister cards, doesn't really surprise me. Now, number 8 coming down here was Faithful Adventure, alright? Now, once again, you kind of look at the rest of the set, you're like, well, where else does your value really fall into this here? The fact that this card is so cheap. So this card was $13 on pre-sale and $5 on launch day, which is actually kind of hilarious when you think about it here. But this is only a one-up. The only real deck that you really want to try to like get really spicy in playing two of this, I would think would be the Eldritch variant, but even then I don't recommend it, alright? I feel like you're just trying to get super cheeky, maximizing on numbers like that, and that's not exactly something that you really want to do here. So, what? You pick up the collector's version for, I think, under $50 at the point of making this video. So for a card that engages and makes every search point really viable here, having this locked underneath $2 here is absolutely hilarious. Mikhail's here. Now, this is, I think, the most expensive Exosister card in the entire deck. And I believe that this is the one that you play the most of, in fact, here. I can't say that I'm surprised about this because, once again, I think that this is the heart and soul of the Exosister deck. Once again, when you look at budgetary purposes here, so what, I need 3 of this, and I think the other Ultras, Pax is, I guess, a 3 of, in the grand scheme of things. So, I mean, you need 6 Ultras, and then the other Ultra monster, I think you only play 2 of in 95% of the builds. So, considering all of that around here, it's pretty straightforward and honest, if I have to say so, guys. I wouldn't be too particularly surprised in the long run here if these actually go up, considering the fact that you do need more maximized results for this. Stellar. Wow, a super rare actually made it to the top. Wow, we have 2 of them here. So this is the one that gives you the special summon from the hand and then gets you an extra 800 life points, which, okay, so the deck's whole gimmick was it needs special summon extenders. And that's pretty important in the long run here, ladies and gentlemen, that those free extension chicken tendies here are going to be what you're going to want here. Another Exosister here. Alright, 2 cards, both super rares, for less than 50 cents as buyers pick up playsets of Exosister and Stella. All right, instead of special summoning other Exo Sisters, its effect special summons Ellis herself, sort of a roundabout backup. So, 2 extensions here. This deck just needs a little bit more oomph, and you'll get the chance to go here. And this is where I was saying, this is Sophia here. All right, Sophia does get you the ability to draw a card, which honestly is pretty good. Considering the fact that this is also borderline $5, what, $15 plus these? You're telling me here, ladies and gentlemen, that if I wanted to get the entire Exo Sister core, I could do so cheaply. Okay. Exo Sister packs here is also $5. You can get the whole core here for cheap. That's amazing. $45, $50 get you an entire Exo Sister core? Okay, I'll take that. I see down here that Rite of Armisia coming in at $47. Interesting enough. You guys see Aquamancer? There is no Aquamancer here. And number 1 most selling out of Grand Creators here was actually the Emergency Teleport here. Anybody surprised about that? Budget players strike again, ladies and gentlemen. Should be no surprise at all to this. All right, I also want to look at the top 10 ban list moving cards here. This article came out a little bit earlier in the week. So Salamangreat Circle came in at number 10. Okay, I mean, solid players want some love too, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, hell, man, when you get an increase in circles, every Salamangreat player was ecstatic. All right, extra searchability just makes the deck wild. Lunalight Tiger down here also. Not surprised about that at all. All right, massive powerhouse here. Rite of Armisia made it onto this list, officially released less than 24 hours after the ban list was revealed. So the top deck taking a spot on this list doesn't surprise me at all. All right, interesting enough here. A Water Enchantress. I mean, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's a combination of ban list drops. You have the best engine in the freaking game in Eternity entering into the fray here. So actually surprising seeing those so low. Verti Anaconda coming in at number 6. Interesting enough, this card didn't budge up in price that much. They're still floating at $8 to $9. As much as we kind of thought that we would see a massive shift in the market with this, though, they really didn't budge that much. Considering the fact that, we were all like, oh, Hobby Dodgy. It did dodge the list, and it looks like it didn't really go up in value. Astrograph at 5, yeah, not surprised at all about this one. I mean, you can't really take as crazy advantage of this without Electromite, and that's kind of the thing here. Truthfully, the loss of not having Electromite kind of makes this card worthless. I mean, it's still a very good card, but we'll have to wait and see. Wavering Eyes? Wavering Eyes? Doesn't mean that you can play the other target, though, to bring it out of the deck. Destrudo coming in at number 4. Absolutely. Oh, this card. Dragon Link got some major chicken tendies on this list. Same thing here with Snow. I'm actually surprised to see that Snow didn't place higher here. Good news was, hey, you kind of traded things off here with bringing this back, and you lost some desires. So technically, all things considered, Grand Manju did get some support at the long run here, but really at what cost, ladies and gentlemen? Just kind of feels a little bit lackluster here. E-Telly made it into number 2 and the best-selling Grand Creators card. The only thing to kind of topple over the fact, this is interesting. So, considering the fact that Raigeki surpassed E-Telly on both lists, though, is absolutely nuts to me. E-Telly, now being a rare, I'm surprised did not maintain one of the craziest power points out of this entire list here. Interesting enough down here, Cursed Aldland, and of course, Artifact Dagda Surge to number 13. Alright, Mr. Golden Lord took 12. Yep. And Exo Sister Michaelius and Faithful Adventure at 14 and 15 here. Huh. So yeah, you do see a little bit of a tie-in here between the ban list and Grand Creators, and Grand Creators really did rocket up both lists here, as you can see, how both sets kind of went in tandem here with each other. The ban list and Grand Creators definitely were very good points to pull data from. So guys, what do you think about the top selling cards out of this week? Please leave a comment down below what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the like crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on with some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.